Welcome to Housecalls, the Big Brother talk show at CBS.com. I'm your host, Gretchen Massey, sitting here with the newest member of the jury house, Big Brother 10, Keesha. Keesha, welcome.
Thank you.
We are all surprised to have you here. Surprised to be having an eviction go down on last night's show. Didn't see that coming. I didn't. How about you, my friend?
I had no idea.
Yeah. Were you, what did you feel like the moment that you found out?
The moment that I found out that there was going to be a live eviction? Startled.
Startled.
Very startled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Keesha? You look a little, are you getting emotional?
No, I'm okay.
It's okay. You can do that here.
Okay.
You can. We can get tissues. We can cry together. I have a shoulder. It's all good. I mean, what a stressful event you've just been through. So let me just explain a little bit about this. Since you are going into the jury house and casting a vote, all of the viewers are not going to be able to speak to you directly. So we've been soliciting questions from them.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you their questions. We have around 30 of them. And you guys just sit back, relax, and let's enjoy Keesha. Okay, so here we go. First, we have Kim from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. And she wants to know right out of the gate here, Keesha, are you holding a grudge towards Memphis? Do you hold a grudge towards Memphis?
Wow, not holding back at all here, are we? It hurts. It definitely hurts. It hurts my feelings a lot, the way that he did me. I would never have done this to him, and I can't help but hold a little bit of a personal grudge towards him right now. It's just too new right now. You know, I couldn't believe that he would do that to me.
Yeah, okay. Okay, and our next question is actually our Super Pass question of the week. If you get the live feeds, which is where we really get to know the house guests, you get those through Real Player, and we ask one question from Real Player every week. So this week, the Super Pass question is from Roxanne in Rochester, New York, and she says, before you put things together last night, had you won the final HOH, who would you have really chosen to sit next to you in the final two, Dan or Memphis? That's kind of a difficult question.
It's a very difficult question because I actually had played it over in my mind so many times, and I had not made up my mind. And that's the honest truth. I really had not made up my mind which one I was going to take with me if given the choice. They're both, at that time, I thought, great guys. And I just didn't know. I was just going to see how it played out.
Wait till you were in that position to have to make the decision and then make your call then?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. She didn't know. Okay, how about Pamela from Sacramento, California? She says, oh, yes. As you mentioned with Julie, Dan whispered to you before he left the house that he took Michelle on the luxury trip. How does this information affect your view on the game right now?
Dan whispered that to me because he wants me to fight for him in the jury house, I believe. He wants me to help win over Michelle. Dan and I have had talks about this. I would gladly stand behind Dan. I think he's a great guy. And I think he wanted me to know that he was already starting to win over Michelle.
Ah. Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Now we have a question from Stephanie in Colorado Springs. You and Rennie were attached at the hip. What did you two have in common that caused you to bond so deeply?
You know, my friendship with Rennie was so unexpected. I absolutely love this woman. I love her so much. I don't know what it is about us that clicked. I think in that house you're just always going insane, you know? Like, that's how you feel. You feel like you're going crazy. And Rennie just made me laugh, and she took my mind off of the game. And we never really had an alliance. I just liked her so much that I knew I was going to do everything within my power to keep her in the house.
Yeah.
You know, because she made me happy. I mean...
Yeah. That friendship, not only did it seem really, really genuine, but it was also really nice to watch. You guys had lots of nice moments, and we kind of got to see the progression of your relationship through all these days. How many days? You were telling me how many days. You were saying that you, house guests, keep track of the days. You help each other keep track of what day it is.
We do. We do. From the day that we moved in on, we just help each other day by day because we have no calendar. So we just help each other remember the days.
And so what day is it? Do you know?
Well, I know 2 weeks ago it was like day 52 on almost 2 weeks.
Wow. That's got to be disorienting. How much does it affect you to not just have a calendar? Because there is a clock in there. So you know the time.
We finally got a clock. We didn't have a clock at first. We got a clock. And we wasn't sure if the clock was right. We were going on our time.
That's true. They could put a clock in there that it's not set to the right time. I didn't even think of that. I'm not as paranoid as you guys yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, interesting. Okay, now comes from Donovan in Juneau, Alaska. He says, what are your thoughts on Dan and how he's playing the game?
I think that Dan is playing the game very smart. He's there right now. I mean, I'm sitting here, and he's still in the house. So I think that he was really smart about the way that he has maneuvered around. Now, I think that Dan possibly could have known about Memphis and wasn't telling me and was in on it. But I got to give Dan credit. He's the one that stepped up to the plate and was there for me. And so he's playing the game even better.
Okay. And then same question except for Memphis. How do you think he is playing the game right now?
Honestly, I feel like Memphis has hid behind everyone. I kind of think Memphis is a little bit of a coward. I feel like I've had to step up and do everything for him. He's been carried through this game. He's never had to be the bad guy. Never. He's never even won an HOH. But he's still in the house.
Okay. Now, how do you respond to the same question, but with Jerry? What do you think about Jerry's game? I love your expressions, by the way, if I can just say that.
Oh, no, I'm losing my
You have the greatest expressions throughout the season.
Okay. Well, Jerry, let's just say he's 75 years old and he got past the long.
Okay.
That's the best way to answer that.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay, now the next question comes from Carla in Michigan. What was your favorite moment in the house, Keesha? It's hard sometimes to pick one, but even if you could just in general answer this question, does anything stand out that was good?